So our current system is people generally pay their city or their county a rate to have their garbage and recycling picked up. And in every jurisdiction, it's a little bit different. So in some cases they don't collect your curbside, they won't pick up recycling. If you want to recycle, you have to take it somewhere. That's how it exists in some counties in our state. But here in where we live, in the Puget Sound, generally everybody has curbside. They're picking up garbage. They're picking up your recycling. They used to pick up glass. And then the counties or the cities collect that money from households. Then they pay a hauler to do the work for them, or they themselves they have haulers that are part of the city government. But most people pay a contractor that we call, the haulers is how we refer to them. And then the haulers may work with a recycling facility, or they may own their recycling facility. They also work with a landfill, and they may also own their landfill. And so our garbage ends up, depending on where you are and which hauler you have, ends up in a particular landfill somewhere in our state. And then sometimes it gets shipped out of state. So that's our current system. What the WRAP Act does is it changes the system and makes the producers of packaging pay for the garbage and recycling system. So then the producers, what they would do is they'd work with Department of Ecology. Department of Ecology would form what they call the pros, the Producer Responsibility Organization. So there'd be a pro, and then everybody who basically packages anything pays into this pro. The pro then will contract with the haulers and the recyclers to then move everything like it currently is today. And then it also expands curbside recycling to every jurisdiction that has curbside garbage. You would have curbside recycling as well. That bill also changes the recycling content of products. So the products, either break down faster or makes the products more recyclable. So reducing the content of garbage and instead increase the content of recyclable products that can move through the system. That system then would be coupled. The idea is to have the bottle bill, that's the 2144, that would complement this new system by pulling out cans, plastic bottles, and glass bottles, and charging. When you go to the store, you would pay an additional 10 cents on those products, and then you collect them separately, and then you take them to an organization like a drop-off facility, and then you get your 10 cents back. So there's other details to it, but that's generally how it works. And the reason why so with the first bill, 2049, they say currently the rates we are under 40% of recycling. And we've just been at this status quo for a number of years. They've just been having a really hard time getting our recycling rates up above 40%. So that's where the 2049 came in. Like, we need to change the system here in order to achieve higher rates. But that bill would only get us to about 60% recycling. With the bottle bill associated with it, you would get at least 80% in some jurisdictions. So Oregon has this system, and they are upwards of 90% recycling. And the reason for that is when you take the cans, the plastic bottles, and the glass, The cans, when they are in what's called it's a clean system, when they're in the big blue bin, all these products get contaminated, so they aren't as recyclable. But in a bottle bill, they are recyclable. They're very clean. So an aluminum can truly comes back as an aluminum can. It gets melted down and it comes back. The plastic, those also can get melted down and come back as a plastic bottle. Currently today, when you recycle a plastic bottle, it comes back as a different product. It doesn't come back as its own product. And then the glass bottles go to a facility, they get cleaned, and they come back as a glass bottle. So what you've done on the back end is completely eliminate all of the production that goes along to producing cans, mining for bauxite, plastic, that needs oil, and then glass. I don't know how glass gets what goes into the glass, but you are going to save on carbon emissions and your carbon footprint when you recycle them that way. So that's how those two bills work together.